Mitram and Bandhu, welcome to South Asia Maps Intellectual Kshatriya channel. Today we are continuing our fascinating discussions about some of the concepts of human ecology, human predicament, human impasse, works of Dr. Catton's monumental pioneering books, Overshoot and Bottleneck. Excuse me. The two topics we'll be covering today in part 9 will be carrying capacity, phantom carrying capacity. These are very, very important concepts that we need to understand. Today's the modern world, busy life, people pay attention only to the political, social, economic issues. All these are wrapped just as symptoms, external ornamentalia. The thing that runs behind it is ecology. That's why Dr. Catton's work in these two books is very pioneering and monumental. The Overshoot book, the ecological basis of revolutionary change, the changes that are happening to us are going to happen within 2 to 3 decades, can be discerned from his work. And other book, Bottleneck, Humanity's Impending Impasse, deals with there are 8 billion people in the planet Earth today. There will be 10 billion people by 2050, and there is a bottleneck. How these humans are going to behave and what will happen to them. That is the Bottleneck book. And today we'll be talking about these important concepts. Sorry, different slide. Carrying capacity, phantom carrying capacity, part 9. Here carrying capacity, here phantom carrying capacity. Here there are just I represented humans. A typical village we represent in South India, Deccan, in Rayalaseema, Siri districts of former Asafia, Nizamiya territory, historical Vijayanagara Empire is 10 square kilometers. That is multiplied by 100 will be 1,000 hectares. That is 2,500 acres. That is a typical village. Carrying capacity is a pre-industrial village. CCP, I abbreviated carrying capacity. Number of people supported indefinitely. Number of people. CCP means carrying capacity. Remember people here, this icon. And arbitrarily, this village supports 500 people forever. Every year monsoon comes, they farm, they grow the food, next year again comes. There may be a little bit here and there, but essentially 500 people can be supported because previously in this 10 square kilometers there used to be a forest area. These people discovered agriculture, has taken over this entire land, increase the carrying capacity for themselves from like a 10 people to 500 people, arbitrary number. That is taking over. I talked about before. Taking over, we can increase the carrying capacity. That is a normal, almost permanent carrying capacity. It can support 500 people indefinitely. That is the entire definition of carrying capacity. What happens after some time? Oil was discovered, oil was supplied to this village. They enhanced, converted this traditional agricultural village into an industrially running agricultural village. They pump a lot of fertilizers on their land, pesticides. They use the combiners, harvesters and tractors, grow more food. They dig the bore wells. You see the bore well here, oil well here, oil drilling, and tractors. So this industrial agriculture now can support 5,000 people. Previously only 500 people to 5,000 people. Carrying capacity is nothing but number of people we discussed, right? Supported indefinitely. But this is not real because these are non-renewable resources. Aquifers will deplete and collapse. Oil drum will get empty and there will be no oil in the coming 2, 3, 4 decades or so. And you cannot do much manufacturing, tractors, combines, harvest. That means you cannot produce fertilizers, you cannot produce pesticides. This system won't work because this is a phantom, artificial, imaginary, not real ghost. So phantom carrying capacity is illusionary carrying capacity, extremely precarious carrying capacity. The life forms cannot be permanently supported. Life forms means we, the human beings, human community, like a plant community, biotic community. We are part of animal kingdom. Human animal community cannot be permanently supported when these temporarily available resources. What are these temporarily available resources? Water aquifers which are very deep, and oil and coal and natural gas. So carrying capacity is a permanent, is a indefinite. Phantom carrying capacity is illusionary and based upon the temporarily available resources. This is based upon the drawing down the temporarily available resources. When you talk about carrying capacity, I talked about the carrying capacity part 1. You can look in our playlist. And I also talked about the drawing down. That means drilling deep in temporarily available resources. They can also talk about the taking over, a way of increasing the carrying capacity. You can look at the other. I also talked about the Homo colossus, Homo sapiens before. You can look at that. So this drawing down is now supporting a Homo colossus, giant human beings, giant in a sense, a symbolic, virtual. That means a resource prodigal, resource wasteful, requires lot of resources. By drawing down, we are getting historical carboniferous area accumulates like a coal, oil, natural gas. From coal is needed for manufacturing. From oil, we can do manufacturing as well as produce pesticides. From natural gas, we can produce fertilizers. Pesticides, fertilizers, machines, these all represent drawing down process that is a phantom carrying capacity. Whereas the taking over of the land from our competitors, that is the flora and fauna. Flora means other plants. Fauna means wildlife like the hyenas and gorillas and all wildlife living in that area. When we clear the forest, they all will disappear and die very soon. So the taking over, that is about in a sense carrying over and taking over based upon the carrying capacity, real carrying capacity and phantom carrying capacity. And this is how the historical these aspects our standard YouTube channel. You can subscribe if you like the content. South Asia Maps J. Reddy, and there are more than 200 presentations already made for you. And that is what we discussed today about the carrying capacity and taking over. Phantom capacity, artificial carrying capacity by drawing down. Carrying capacity is the number of the people the land can support indefinitely, and phantom carrying capacity cannot do it. Today, the planet Earth, human beings are mostly enjoying the phantom carrying capacity. That means large number of people live today, and that is the main issue we are concerned, and we'll discuss the issues further. That is the human ecology, human impasse, under South Asia maps. This is your presenter Reddy. See you later in other presentations, and if you like the content, please do consider subscribing our YouTube channel and bringing it to the notice of your friend. See you later.